All right, Nigerians, I on a day. So I want to give you insights on certain things that a lot of you may miss on this issue between I and the Muslim clerics and the radio stations Faji FM and Radio Lagos. All right, and I don't want you to forget it, because as we progress in this in my explanation of what actually happened, you may forget what I said previously. So I'm always trying to reiterate what I said, and that's why you hear me sometimes trying to repeat what I'm saying to get you guys to remember. Please, Nigerians, I don't know these people from anywhere. I have no business with them. I don't know them from anywhere. They never consulted me. They never asked me any question. They never accused me of any crime. They never met me. Never. Till today, they are still telling me they didn't talk about me. They don't know me. They have been attacking me secretly. All right? I have no business with them. When they came up with the lie that I abused the Yoruba people, I did not even know they did. Actually, the very first time I heard it was from Agbero on the streets. You understand? Before I heard it from my neighbor who I know they talk to. I don't have any discussion with them. I have no discussion with them. In fact, I didn't hear it from my neighbor. What I heard from my neighbor said was, what ileru. He don't carry load. All right? He don't carry load. That's what my neighbor said. So I never even heard them say that I abuse Yoruba people. It was from the streets that I heard it. And from the people that I heard it from, when I asked them, what did you say? I heard people say something. They said they didn't say anything. What did you hear? I heard people say that I abuse Yoruba people. They told me they didn't say anything like that. They don't know me. So if they are telling you that I abuse Yoruba people, it's a lie. It's a bloody lie. You have to understand there are two different things. There are two things happening here, and I'm going to explain it to you. All right? Now, number one, the Muslim clerics that sent them to abuse me and to attack me, I never met them before. Even till today, I've not met them. I only met their radio stations, Faji FM and Radio Lagos. All right? When I confronted them, they said they didn't say anything about me. They don't know me. Now, when they put me on those radio stations, I did not know that I was there. Nobody told me anything. And when I found out, everybody that I know in this life, every single person told me I was hallucinating. Nobody was talking about me. So basically, these guys were attacking me secretly. But there's something I want you to understand why I've been warning the Igbos to be careful of how they accept this kind of thing. Because what is happening right now, in case you are not aware, is an insult to you. Two things are happening here. You have the Muslim clerics, whom I call your cult. There is satanic cult. Plus the radio stations, Faji FM and Radio Lagos. Then you have the brainwashed followers who don't know what they are doing. All they talk about is money. Because that's how they were manipulated. The Muslim clerics are your cult. Everything they have said, everything they have done is proof that they are cult. One of the things that they said was that they wanted to send me back to my mother's house. That is a description of what happened to my eldest sister. She was brought back home, and my parents were told that she was hearing voices. Okay? And every day, for months, she kept telling us that people were abusing her everywhere she went until she became mentally unstable. She would go to the window, say, listen to that Muslim cleric is abusing me. Look at that pastor is abusing me. Everybody was abusing her, but we could not hear anything. The same way I tell my family, their Muslim clerics are abusing me and they can't hear anything. Their pastors are abusing me, they can't hear anything. People are abusing me on the street, they can't hear anything. Their ears have been shut, their eyes have been shut. Even when I show them the videos, they still can't see anything. All right? It's like they've been brainwashed, but they have not been brainwashed. Their eyes have been shut with juju, black magic, so they can't hear anything. This is why the Muslim clerics have been able to attack me for 27 years. They are trying to force me to commit suicide. Otherwise, they want me to become mentally unstable. They are trying to induce mental illness. When I met these Muslim clerics, they told me they didn't say anything about me. They don't know me. And in 2010, they told the public that I used juju to extort money from people and that I'm going to become mentally unstable. They said specifically, verbatim, they said I was going to be picking from dustbins. That people will see me picking from dustbins. And they called the whole of Nigeria to pray against me. Everybody prayed. They failed. You understand? They then began to vandalize my property to steal from me because they failed to accomplish their goal spiritually. So because they could not accomplish their goal spiritually, they then began to attack me physically to ensure that I returned back to my mother's house. They failed. You understand? Even though what they were doing was spiritual, they're trying to act as though it was normal. That's why I kept telling the public in 2010, 2011 that what these guys are doing is evil. Is satanism, or is satanism. They are trying to normalize witchcraft. You understand? And since then, I've been telling the public, let me meet these people face to face. Let me meet them. All right? Now, the pathological liars have moved from telling the public that I did something to a girl to telling the public now that I abused them. So now they are majoring that on that I abused them. They never met me. They never confronted me. They never met me. They never accused me of anything. They told the public I did something to a girl before. Now they are not majoring that on that I abused them. That's why they are doing what they are doing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, both of those things are lies. That's why I took them to court. They themselves told the Ikeja High Court that they did not talk about me. They don't know me. Are you hearing me? Because they never met me. I'm trying to get the public to understand that they never met me. They never came to me to accuse me of anything. They started abusing me. You understand? And when I asked them what is the problem, every time I asked them, they said they didn't say anything. They don't know what I'm talking about. Said I was hallucinating. They organized people, their co-collaborators, to come to me, whom they thought were my friends, who they thought I trusted, and sent them to me to tell me that I was hallucinating. They offered to take me to Yaba Psychiatric Hospital for treatment. Now, why I'm making this video is this, because I heard something that somebody said, and I want to respond to it. If they are focusing on telling you that I abuse them, it's a lie. Nobody goes into another man's house to steal because you abuse them. That's not what happened. They stole because they were trying to impoverish me. They were trying to send me back to my mother's house because they failed to accomplish it spiritually. That was the plan. Listen to me very well, because I know these guys are telling you this about Yoruba. It's not about Yoruba. I've been telling you from the very beginning. If you listen to my blogs, I've been saying this has nothing to do with Yoruba. Do you understand? Even though they use the Yoruba race, to the Yoruba tribe, to accomplish their satanic agenda, it has nothing to do with Yoruba. I have to tell you so you know. There was no time that I abused the Yoruba people. Check all my blogs from now till today. You will never see where I abuse the Yoruba people. Now, I know that you'll be using some of my content to say, look at Shetiri, because I mentioned Yoruba there. Listen to it very well. That's why I'm putting out there for the public. Listen to it very well. There's no abusing the Yoruba tribe there. And yes, they did use the name of the Yoruba tribe to propagate their demonic agenda against my family. All right? I don't know them from anywhere. You don't go to another man's house in the night to steal and use children to steal. That's why I keep telling you that the Yoruba man will never send his children to another man's house to steal. In fact, no tribe in Nigeria will ever do that. The only people who can do that kind of thing are Moslem clerics. When the father of this boy found out I arrested him, he was not happy. Because all he wanted was for the boy to go and work. But instead, the Muslim clerics sent them to steal. So a Yoruba man will never send his child to steal. That's the argument I put forward. So that the Yorubas know that I have no business with the Yorubas. I have no issue with the Yoruba people. What I have problem with is Muslim clerics and their radio stations, Faj FM and Radio Lagos. Now I know that these guys, they pretend as though they are projecting or they are propagating Yoruba culture. They are not propagating Yoruba culture. They send people to my house to steal under the name of Yoruba. They are religious extremists and they're pathological liars. Now, why am I making this video? Ask yourselves, why did the Muslim clerics put me on radio stations without telling me? What was the point of putting me on radio stations? What was the point? If I was fighting them, is that not overkill? Is that not overkill? Because by using radio stations, they are calling the whole Yoruba tribe to attack me. That's what they were doing. They were calling for the whole Yoruba tribe to attack me. Not just in Lagos, in Ogun State, in Oyo State, and outside Nigeria, in West Africa. On Radio Lagos, I heard another particular kind of Yoruba. I could understand what they were saying, but not very well. But the Yoruba, I've never heard it before. Obviously, that Yoruba they were speaking is another variant that's not even in Nigeria. Obviously, it came from West Africa. So they left their West African country. Say they don't see person way bad there. Came and started talking about me in Nigeria. I have the recording of the people that spoke on Radio Lagos. They have their own program, specially for me. All they talk about is me. But the Yoruba they were speaking is not the normal Yoruba that I've heard before in Nigeria. Are you hearing what I'm saying? The question you need to ask yourselves, why did they put me on radio stations? Ask yourself that question. They never met me. Oh. Now I'm still pursuing the radio stations. Oh. The radio stations told me they didn't talk about me, they don't know me. But on air, they'll be talking as though they are talking to me. Meet me face to face. Tell me what you told the public. I went and met them. What are you people talking about? Tell me. They said they didn't talk about me. But when I come back home, they start talking as though they are talking to me. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? They're trying to manipulate you because they don't fail. Why did they put me on 7 radio stations that claim to propagate Yoruba culture? Because they wanted to intimidate non-indigenous of the state. They were attacking me secretly, suppressing me, destroying my life, and then pretending as though I was fighting with them. I came to fight with them, and now I'm paying the price. And they put me on radio stations so that all other tribes can see what is happening. They're trying to intimidate you, trying to insult you, trying to tell you that you are second class, trying to show you that they will do this kind of stuff to you if you cross them. That was the point of putting me on radio stations. They never met me. I was begging them to tell me the truth, tell me what's going on, please. Every one of them said we didn't hear anything. Even the Igbos that I pleaded with told me they didn't hear anything. Even Christians lied to me, told me I was hallucinating, offered to take me to Yaba Psychiatric Hospital for treatment. So basically, they are using me as a prop for power. They are using me as a prop for clout, to tell you that they destroyed my life, or they can make me poor and they can make me rich. Say they want to give me money. Which money you want to give me? Who are you fooling? Money was the reason why they attacked me. They sent messages to me telling me to stop spending money. And because I refused to listen to them, they came up with the lie that I abused the Yoruba people and began to vandalize my property. That's what happened. There was no time where we had a discussion, where they didn't even tell me. They sent their miscreants to me to try to whisper murmur around me. So I was hearing them murmur. I'll show you. I have the videos. I'll show you the videos. They're murmuring around me, threatening me to stop spending money. So they began to vandalize my property. That's why when I asked them, I heard you said I abused Yoruba people. They said they didn't say anything like that. Because they never told me, they didn't accuse me of those things. They told the public behind my back. So don't let them deceive you. Those Igbo people who are supporting them, you are deceiving yourself. You're making a fool of yourself. If you are Igbo and you are supporting these people, you are making a fool, you are making a jest of yourself. You don't know how stupid you look. Because you are supporting people who are actually trying to intimidate you. All right? They're trying to intimidate you. They are putting fingers in your eye and asking, what can you do? That's what they are doing. And I told you that they're not powerful people at all. They are violent, but they're not powerful. And they arrest them. Now, then be this. I don't arrest them many times. When I arrested this boy, the Muslim clerics that sent him to steal, they abandoned him to die like a suicide bomber. I was one that bailed him from prison. Not them. They abandoned him. Everybody abandoned him. Because he has been exposed. If he had gotten away with it, they would have praised him. But they abandoned him because he got caught. So if I meet these Muslim clerics now, this is exactly what's going to happen to them. Exactly. Why? Because by the time we discuss, we outline put all the cards on the table, all the things they said, you find out that every single one is a lie. Okay, why did you do what you did? No reason. There's no reason for it. That's why I'm not in jail. They told the public I did all sorts of crimes, but I'm not in jail. I've dared them several times in front of you. Let them come and meet me now. If they burn them well, they should come and meet me. They're not fit. All they can do is go and sing songs or come and steal and vandalize property. That's all they can do. Are you hearing me? So don't let them insult your intelligence. Now, how did they succeed in this? They succeeded only because people who I trusted, who were supposed to protect me, betrayed me. That's the only reason why they succeeded. People who I trusted, who were supposed to protect me, they betrayed me. They told me I was hallucinating. They lied to me and allowed the Muslim clerics to attack me. That's the only reason why the Muslim clerics succeeded to the extent that they did. If they had told me the truth, that I was being attacked by Muslim clerics, or that I was accused or alleged, or if they had given me any clue at all about this matter, the Muslim clerics would have failed completely. And it's because they failed to do what they were supposed to do is the reason why I have come to the general public to get the truth, so I can solve this problem once and for all. That was the only thing. I mean, it's just like Boko Haram now going into Jos to kill people, even though they have help from certain people in government, and then they are now boasting, we defeated them, we went to fight them. You didn't fight anybody, you attacked them. You attacked them and they were unarmed. They were not even notified that you were coming. They were unarmed. And you are being aided by people in government, people who are supposed to protect you. They aided the terrorists to attack you. And the terrorists are now boasting, we fought them, we defeated them. Don't let them deceive you, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm fighting against. Don't let them make you think that they defeated me, or that they made me poor, or that they can bring people down. Because what you're going to do is that you're going to have people who are going to begin to submit to them. That's the plan. They're using me for propaganda, basically. If they meet me face to face right now, I will destroy them for court. When it comes to the law, I will destroy them. Their power is hiding from me. Their power is on the streets. Don't let them lie to you. And I've told you, if they come to you to tell you that they advise me to go out and walk, don't mind them. I will tell you what that thing means. That thing means something. All right, don't let them deceive you. People who vandalized my property and stole from me and went to my clients to destroy my business with my clients, went to China, followed me to China to show what I was doing in China, put me on radio stations in China. They're not telling you they want to help me. They're not helping me. They're trying to guide me to a particular place. They're trying to get me to return back to the organization where I used to work. I resigned from that organization in 2009. By 2010, they began a campaign to disgrace me, saying that they gave me offer, and I rejected the offer. I went and started begging for money. And if they gave me an offer and I rejected it and started begging for money, what is your business? What is your business? I was working with Zenith Bank. I was working with Airtel. I was working with big companies. I was doing excellently well. But they were going to these companies behind my back, telling them not to work with me, trying to discourage them not to work with me. From one of my clients, they went to this big client that I had, and they opened, according to what Faji FM said, I know these guys are liars, but they said that they went to my client and opened my account to him, told him that I stole his money. So they were going behind my back, telling these companies not to work with me, only for them to tell me I should return back to the organization where I used to work. Specifically, they were destroying my business just so they can make me return back to that organization where I used to work. So when you hear them say they want me to Jade, that's exactly what they're talking about. They want me to return there after 17 years of leaving that place, which I left for a reason. They want me to return there. So you see that this matter is not something about a girl or about abusing Yoruba people. It's about something that has no business to do with Fajef and Radio Lagos or anybody else. They're just very evil, demonic people, but we'll get there. And they are giving me instructions, even till today, since as far back as 2010. Remember, I resigned in 2009, December. By January, they started a campaign trying to disgrace me, saying that I was begging for money, that I should go back to the company where I used to work. Tungba FM gave me an ultimatum. That useless radio station where nobody knew. They gave me an ultimatum threatening me to return back to that organization. The question you need to ask yourself, what is their concern about me and that organization? How are they connected to the business between this organization? What is their business? It's something I'm going to tell you later. So don't let them deceive you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let them make you think that they have power. They don't get power. They don't get power. Now only violence they get to. And if you mistake violence for power, now you make mistake. That's not power. If you come up with your violence, you go to jail. That's why this boy went to jail. If I meet the Muslim clerics today, they are going to jail. They are going to jail. You bet with me. If they say na lie, they lie. Say they don't go jail. Let them come and confront me. Faji FM will go to jail. Tungba FM will go to jail. If they say na lie, let them come and confront me. I dare them. I dare them to do it. And see what happens. They're only hiding from me. That's why they are hiding from me. If they meet me face to face, they are going to jail. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you need to know. Don't let them deceive you, and don't let them insult your intelligence. All right? I did not do anything wrong. They are peddlers of misinformation. They are a cartel of misinformation. All right? They are now using misinformation to manipulate people, to get you to do what they want, to get you to submit to them. Be careful with what you support. Be careful with these people. So thank you very much. God bless you.